here, today we are going to take a look at some of the healthiest drinks for your kidneys. What truly sets these teas and juices apart is their astounding abundance of antioxidants. The result you can get from adding more antioxidants is absolutely phenomenal, says science. Here is an exciting fact that many may not know. Today's scientific consensus is that the more antioxidants you consume, the higher your chances of starting to lower your creatinine levels and avoiding the risk of ending up tied to a machine. This is why you want these 5 drinks in your daily eating plan. Yes, antioxidants truly are the next big thing about CKD. A lot of research is being done about antioxidants today because many scientists believe that a higher intake can truly benefit every single kidney disease sufferer. And the reason is clear. The way diseases such as diabetes and high blood pressure progress and damage the kidneys is a process called oxidative stress, which is caused by free radicals. And antioxidants can defeat these free radicals by literally switching them off. This will greatly decrease the rate at which oxidative stress damages the kidneys. To achieve this, you need enough antioxidants in your everyday eating plan for them to be able to overcome the amount of free radicals involved in the progression of CKD. So that is what I want to share with you today, the top 5 best drinks to hugely increase your antioxidant intake and rejuvenate your kidneys by years. Don't miss our number 1 in particular because that's one of the most powerful antioxidants on earth you absolutely want in your diet, and it can really lower creatinine levels significantly. Before that, an amazing juice that combines the power of antioxidants with the ability of this superfood of decreasing hypertension. Let's take a look. Number 5, the beet juice. This is a super easy juice to make that packs a huge amount of benefits. So if you have one of these juicer machines lying around, it's now time to make it shine. We will use it to juice a few fresh ingredients and make a wonderful drink. But if you don't have one, don't worry, these veggies also work in a standard blender. Let's make it now. First, you want 1 large beet. I use pre-cooked beets because I can find them in the refrigerator island of the supermarket year-round, but you can also use fresh beets. Just chop one and juice it. One of the great things about beet juice is that you can feel the effects in as little as 3 hours. You see, this small veggie right here is not just a wonderful source of antioxidants. It can actually lower your blood pressure, says science. In a double-blind study, hypertensive test subjects who consume beetroot juice every day experience a significant reduction in blood pressure. Experts say it's the high concentration of nitrates in beets that is responsible for the benefits. The nitric oxide then relaxes blood vessels and dilates them, which helps the blood flow more easily and lowers blood pressure. Let's juice one. Next, another antioxidant powerhouse we want to add is an apple. This simple fruit packs many health benefits. Apples contain a variety of phytochemicals including quercetin, catechine, and chlorogenic acid, all of which are strong antioxidants. And this is great because you can drink this juice every day to achieve both targets of improving your blood pressure and your antioxidant status. Let's slice and juice this apple. Next, another superfood I can't live without, ginger. Ginger is loaded with antioxidants and can really help. This superfood also directly fights the inflammation in the body, and it actually has a superpower. It can stop nausea as soon as it appears. Yes, a huge amount of benefits from a simple drink. Now, as I was saying, you can also make this juice in a blender. Simply combine the beet, apple, and ginger with half a cup of water, give or take, and blend on the highest setting for about 60 seconds. For the best results, drink 1 to 2 cups every day at meals. It tastes great. and I like it. And it's a million times healthier than store-bought fruit juice. No added sugar in here. And if you're looking for sustained reduction in hypertension, drink at least that much on a daily basis. Research found out that drinking this juice regularly can make the benefits more powerful over time. Remember to monitor your blood pressure regularly to see how much it improves. And this juice will also greatly help improve your antioxidant levels. Question: why are antioxidants so important for people with CKD? Antioxidants are crucial for individuals with CKD because they combat oxidative stress, a common factor in CKD progression. Oxidative stress occurs when there is an imbalance between the production of harmful free radicals and the body's ability to counteract their harmful effects. This can lead to inflammation and damage to the kidneys, making CKD progress faster. It's not by chance that most people with CKD have been observed suffering from an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants. By neutralizing these harmful free radicals, antioxidants can help protect the kidneys, slow disease progression, and reduce inflammation. Yes, science says that if we can drastically reduce oxidative stress, CKD is going to go much slower. Let's take a look at this study for a moment. Now, this you see here is the result of a very significant review of studies conducted on 1,979 participants, including dialysis and non-dialysis CKD from all cause and transplant receivers. And the results obtained with antioxidant therapy were outstanding. In average, test subjects achieved an incredible 1.10 milligrams per dl reduction in creatinine levels, and end-stage kidney disease was significantly delayed. Now guys, when it comes to getting more antioxidants in the diet, there's nothing like a good cup of tea. Research shows that a whopping 79% of the antioxidants we get every day is from beverages. So it will be only wise to consider drinking more teas and coffee on a daily basis, as they're naturally our main source of antioxidants. Only one problem with that: adding too much caffeine is not a good idea because it can make hypertension worse in some people. Here are some low caffeine or caffeine-free teas you can buy at grocery store that will give you a significant boost in antioxidant levels. Green tea. Green tea is lower in caffeine than coffee and black teas, and it boosts a comparable amount of antioxidants. And according to studies, green tea may also help fight diabetes. People who drank 6 or more cups of green tea daily were 33% less likely to develop type 2 diabetes than people who drank just 1 cup per week. Just don't cheap out. Buy green tea from reputable brands only. Cheaper ones have been found containing fluoride, not something you want to drink every day. Another tea you want to consider to drink every day is hibiscus tea. Caffeine-free, this tea is not just a great source of antioxidants, it comes with one huge benefit: it fights hypertension. And you will be surprised at the huge results this simple tea can give you. A review of studies found that hibiscus tea decreased blood pressure by an average of 7.58 over 3.53 millimeters of mercury. Incredible! And this makes hibiscus tea one of the healthiest teas you can find at the grocery store. But maybe there is something even better that you already have in your pantry: chamomile tea. Chamomile tea doesn't just help with hypertension thanks to its calming effect, it's also a rich source of antioxidants. Chamomile tea contains the antioxidant apigenin, which may help lower inflammation and reduce the risk of diseases. And research is also linking this amazing tea to improvement of glycemic and lipid profiles in people with diabetes. These results are especially powerful when it comes to fighting the complications of T2D, such as kidney disease. Not to mention that chamomile tea may help you sleep better, also crucial to protect the kidneys. Only one tea has more benefits than this one, in my opinion. We'll see it in a moment. Before that, some good news about another antioxidant source many people may want to add to their eating plan after learning about its benefits. Number 3. Cranberry juice. It was believed for ages that cranberry juice was a possible treatment or at least a preventive measure against UTIs. Today, we finally have proof that cranberry juice actually works. In this study, researchers pulled together data from 50 studies with 8,857 participants and were able to prove that drinking the juice reduced the risk of having repeat UTIs by more than 25%. People who were susceptible to a repeat UTI after antibiotics saw a 53% reduction. Now, this is great because UTIs are horrible and very common, especially among people with kidney or bladder issues, unfortunately. To make things worse, you would also need to be very careful with antibiotics if you have kidney disease. While most UTIs are effectively and pretty quickly treated with antibiotics, unfortunately, in some people, UTIs keep coming back. And you really don't want to take antibiotics regularly if you care about your kidneys. So, learning that a juice made from cranberries, an antioxidant powerhouse, may be an effective way to prevent UTIs from coming back is actually great news. Time now to see the most powerful tea when it comes to antioxidants. Number 2 is corn silk tea. Not as easy to find as the teas we have seen before. Corn silk tea is a very promising help for those with kidney issues, according to recent studies. You see, the extract from this amazing natural product seems to have an incredible effect on the glomeruli, the filtering units inside the kidneys. Researchers believe that the potent antioxidants in corn silk work on a molecular level to repair the lining of the bladder and urinary tubules to reduce irritation and increase urine secretion. This amazing effect may be due to the rich antioxidant profile of corn silk. Corn silk is rich in phenolic compounds, particularly flavonoids. And while this effect was seen on rats, both serum creatinine and urea were improved in studies on corn silk. While more studies are needed before this amazing tea may be considered a daily drink, many are already enjoying its benefits. People use corn silk for edema as a diuretic for prostate disorder and urinary infections, as well as hypertension and diabetes. Corn silk is considered safe. The only known unwanted effect it may have is lowering potassium levels, so be careful. Okay guys, time for our number 1, one of the most powerful antioxidants out there. I'm talking about the vitamin that was used in a breakthrough trial that proved the efficacy of this antioxidant on creatinine levels and GFR. I'm talking about number 1, tocopherol, the natural form of vitamin E. There's been a lot of talking about vitamin E recently in the world of nephrology, and today, a vitamin that has been forbidden forever seems to be not just beneficial, but a possible treatment. What a recent study found out is that this vitamin may significantly reduce creatinine levels and significantly improve GFR in those with diabetic kidney disease. And I know that this is a vitamin, not a drink, but since today's video is all about antioxidants and vitamin E is one of the most powerful antioxidants on earth, I decided to include it. Now guys, this is not a vitamin I recommend supplementing. Instead, I believe you should get more of it from foods, and I've explained how to do exactly that in my video up here. Question: can eating more nuts help lower creatinine levels? I've been working with people suffering from kidney disease for more than 10 years now, and let me tell you one thing: when it comes to protecting the kidneys, following the right diet is much more important than most people realize. Having the right nutrients while avoiding harmful foods is the number 1 step toward a better kidney health. It's not a coincidence that science found a link between nut consumption and a reduction in both the prevalence and mortality rate of chronic kidney disease. And while some people are still scared of high-fat foods such as nuts, it's time now to change the way we look at these superfoods. Because our understanding of how to plan a healthy renal diet has really changed a lot today. You see, many patients need to avoid carbs and also protein, so they will need more healthy fats in their diet if they want to improve. This brings us to nuts, one of the healthiest sources of fat you can add to any eating plan. And nuts can be extremely healthy. They have been linked to a wide range of health benefits. Nuts protect your heart as they are rich in plant sterols and arginine. Nuts can also be used to control body weight and sugar level thanks to their healthy fats. Not to mention that you will get unique omega-3s and other anti-inflammatory compounds from certain nuts. But not all nuts are ideal for people with kidney issues. You have to be very careful with what nut you choose and with how much you eat.
Just promise me you'll be careful, okay?
So a very important question. What changed about nuts in the renal diet recently? Well, if you follow me regularly, you know that there has been some sort of revolution in the way a renal diet is planned. However, what I want to focus on today is the simple fact that so many CKD sufferers have been told to avoid nuts for all the wrong reasons. Due to their content of potassium and phosphorus, nuts have been removed from the diet of so many people. But is that right? We will see more about this in a moment. Now guys, today we will see what nuts are the most beneficial for kidney health and what you should avoid. Because I love snacking on these delicious treats. Many nuts are incredibly good for you, as I was saying, and it's time to debunk myths and misconceptions about them and make sure you are benefiting from them. I will also share my personal favorites, the healthiest nuts for a renal diet, so don't miss that part. Because nuts are a staple of any healthy person's diet, mine included. I reach for them when I need a snack to spice up otherwise boring salads or to make my smoothies taste creamier. And I love adding almonds to my dinner for their magnesium and melatonin content. And I love eating walnuts daily for their omega-3s content. So today we will see how to incorporate nuts in a diet made to lower creatinine levels. There are certain nuts that I will especially recommend because they have been observed lowering creatinine levels in medical literature. Before we see what they are, let's dispel some misinformation about nuts. There is one more reason why some people are avoiding nuts: their content of something called anti-nutrients. Should you be worried about that? I saw a video here on YouTube just the other week about nuts and their purported health dangers. This is from a famous YouTuber that I watch sometimes. He's called Thomas Delue and he makes millions of views. Millions of people watch his videos. And I kind of like his content, but he is not the most informed when it comes to nutrition. Let's see why.
So we're looking at a tremendous amount of phytic acid. You're really neutralizing a lot of the actual mineral content.
So he says that he completely stopped buying cashews that he refers to as because they are too rich in phytic acid, he says. He's really concerned about phytic acid, and he's not the only one. Many people are avoiding foods such as nuts because they contain what some health guru refers to as anti-nutrients. Question: is phytic acid from nuts bad for you? Phytic acid, also known as phytate, is a natural compound found in many plant foods including nuts, seeds, grains, and legumes. Phytic acid has been viewed negatively because it can bind to minerals in the gut and prevent their absorption. This is why it's often referred to as an anti-nutrient. Minerals that can be affected include iron, zinc, and calcium. So maybe now you are worried too. But here's the thing, you shouldn't. You see, the impact of phytic acid on mineral absorption is vastly overstated. While it can actually reduce the absorption of minerals from a specific meal, it's very unlikely to cause nutrient deficiencies by itself. I mean, you should eat tons of nuts to cancel all the calcium from your diet, and that will cause way worse trouble than what the phytic acid can do. In fact, most people who consume diets high in phytic acid, me included, still absorb enough of these minerals to meet their needs. And now you may ask, wouldn't it be better to just avoid these anti-nutrients? Well, no. And not just because nuts, cashews included, may be extremely healthy. Also because phytic acid has several potential health benefits. First of all, it's a powerful antioxidant. It helps prevent damage from harmful free radicals. It helps with blood sugar control. It may actually slow down the rate of which sugar enters the bloodstream, which is amazing. Some studies suggest that phytic acid can help reduce cholesterol and triglyceride levels, potentially reducing the risk of heart disease. Not to mention that it has even been linked to the prevention of certain types of cancer, although more studies are needed to confirm this effect. And I'm not talking about nuts in general here, just phytic acid. Nuts have even more benefits for you. In short, don't believe people telling you that the anti-nutrient content of nuts will damage your health. But on the other hand, there is something that you should totally be concerned with when it comes to eating nuts. So, what you should actually keep in mind when it comes to nut consumption is their protein content. Yes, there is actually one thing in nuts that may be bad for you, and that is protein. Okay guys, but nuts are actually too healthy to avoid them completely, even if you are following a very low protein diet. Moderation is key here. Moderation is how you can get the health benefits of eating nuts without damaging your kidneys with too much protein, and also by eating nuts that are lower in protein. Question: what nuts are lower in protein? Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are the lowest in protein when it comes to nuts. Just 2.3 grams of protein per 28 grams serving. So you can totally enjoy their health benefits and their amazing taste without adding too much protein to your diet. Macadamia nuts are also high in monounsaturated fats, which are beneficial for heart health, making them a good choice for those on a renal diet. They are also packed with healthy fats, B vitamins, magnesium, copper, iron, and manganese. Other good options for those following a very low protein diet include pecans and Brazil nuts. Pecans are especially kidney friendly at 2.6 grams of protein per 28 grams serving. Now, some people also need to limit phosphorus, and nuts do contain some phosphorus. Question: what nuts are lower in phosphorus? Pecans, macadamia nuts, and walnuts are especially low in phosphorus. Macadamia nuts are again the lowest, but pecans are just a tiny bit higher at 79 milligrams of phosphorus for 28 grams serving. And pecans also come with some interesting health benefits. They are a good source of calcium, a mineral that's often a problem for those with kidney issues. And they also contain some magnesium, great for helping with hypertension. What not many people know about pecans is that they may also help with cholesterol levels. Pecans are high in healthy fatty acids and fiber both, which have been linked to lower cholesterol. Yes, pecans are really good for you, and not just because they have lower phosphorus content compared to other nuts, as we have seen. Actually, the importance of limiting plant-based dietary sources of phosphorus has been thoroughly re-evaluated by today's medical science. While we know that keeping your phosphorus levels down is key for kidney health, we also know today that the phosphorus you may get from a moderate amount of nuts won't really make a difference. In fact, while in the past dietary restrictions were the norm in CKD, we know today that dietary restrictions don't really help unless they are tailor-suited for the individual. We also know that not all foods are equal when it comes to phosphorus bioavailability, and restricting plant-based foods doesn't help at all. What really helps is restricting animal protein. Yes, animal-based foods are the main source of phosphorus you want to avoid. And guys, if you want to know more about how to manage phosphorus to improve your GFR levels, this video up here and also down in the description is for you. Now guys, even if some of the other nuts are higher in protein and phosphorus than pecans and macadamia nuts, it doesn't mean you can't have them. Moderation is key here, but many nuts have significant benefits for you. Almonds, for example, are a nutrition powerhouse. They are rich in vitamin E, a vitamin that has been linked to significant kidney health benefits, especially when coming from foods. They are also full of magnesium, great for managing blood pressure. And as I was saying, almonds also contain a natural source of melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone used by the body to sleep. This is why having some almonds at dinner may help you sleep better. Another nut that I recommend is walnut. I love walnuts for their omega-3 content. Now, a diet rich in omega-3s is key for protecting the kidneys. These essential fatty acids have been linked by a huge study lasted for 13 years to a 13% lower risk of developing CKD. So consider including walnuts in your diet. Question: can you actually eat more nuts to lower your creatinine levels? Many nuts are incredibly healthy. Some nuts like walnuts, pine nuts, and almonds are high in amino acid arginine. Arginine is also beneficial to heart health as it helps maintain healthy vessels and circulation by making the wall of your arteries flexible and less prone to clots that can disrupt normal flow. Remember that keeping your heart healthy means keeping your kidneys healthy. Nuts are also rich in vitamins such as B6, B3 or niacin, and minerals such as calcium, iron, selenium, and copper. All of these are key for kidney health. They also contain vitamin E and other antioxidants. Due to nuts' rich antioxidant content, they can help combat inflammation by inactivating unstable molecules and protecting from free radicals. This is extremely important. Antioxidants are being thoroughly studied today for their kidney protecting benefits. Now guys, as I was saying, certain nuts have actually been used to lower creatinine levels in people with CKD. I'm especially referring to Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are highly recommended to be included in a CKD diet by health professionals due to their significant amount of selenium. Selenium is a mineral that's been actually used to fight kidney disease. You see, a deficiency in this mineral, which is pretty common, is linked to kidney damage. Correcting this deficiency can, in some cases, directly lower creatinine levels. Sounds interesting? Well, I made a full video about this. It's up here if you want to know more. There are just a few nutrients that alone can significantly slow down CKD progression. That can make a difference. Vitamin D is one. Vitamin D status has tremendous effects on proteinuria, a really important marker of kidney health. Omega-3s and some vitamins are also very important, but there is one nutrient that seems to be even more crucial to maintaining kidney health. I'm talking about a mineral that can be used to reduce proteinuria. The mineral of today's video is also a powerful way to reduce hypertension and to improve insulin resistance. It can help with swelling and water retention as well. It is also essential for the body to use vitamin D. And in some cases, it can be used to completely stop the decline of GFR. On the other hand, having a deficiency in this mineral can make kidney disease progress faster. Yes, I'm talking about magnesium. Question: are you protecting your kidneys already by supplementing magnesium? Today we will see how to get the most benefits from one of the most important kidney nutrients for those with kidney issues. Now, very important. Most people with CKD are not going to absorb very well standard magnesium supplements. It's also very hard to get enough magnesium from diet alone. So today we will also see what the correct way of supplementing magnesium is. Before that, question: how can you tell if you have a magnesium deficiency? The kidney plays a major role in regulating the magnesium balance. Magnesium deficiency is very common among people with CKD, especially those taking diuretics and in diabetics. There are many people that should be careful with their magnesium levels. First, those following a Western diet, low in vegetables. And also those following an outdated renal diet, a diet that forbids eating potassium-rich foods. Because obviously, if your diet is poor in magnesium, you are going to risk a deficiency. More about what foods are the best sources of magnesium in the next part of the video. People with known impaired gastrointestinal absorption issues such as Crohn's disease or IBD may also want to check their magnesium levels. Also, those with a vitamin D deficiency. These two nutrients, magnesium and vitamin D, are strictly correlated. When one is too low, you need to take care of the other two. Never supplement vitamin D without supplementing magnesium. People taking diuretics are also at risk, and also those with diabetes or insulin resistance. Now guys, this list includes basically the vast majority of those with CKD. So you may understand why today keeping magnesium levels under control should be recommended to every single CKD patient. Not many doctors do this, unfortunately. This is very bad. Unfortunately, magnesium deficiency, which is very common among people with kidney problems, may also cause hypertension, vascular calcification, and insulin resistance, some of the worst risk factors for CKD in the world. This deficiency has also been associated with a faster progression to ESRF. And question: what are the signs of low magnesium levels? Unlike many other deficiencies, you will know very soon if you have low magnesium. Well, if you know what to look for. I can tell exactly when my magnesium levels are low. I feel really jittery and nervous, just like when you take too much coffee but without the extra energy. And I'm also not going to sleep well if I have low magnesium. This is why I usually recommend to supplement magnesium before going to sleep. It can really help you sleep better. Another very common sign of low magnesium levels are muscle problems such as twitches, tremors, and muscle cramps. These are most commonly caused by two minerals actually, potassium and magnesium. So if you have a twitch or frequent cramps, look into these two. Then there's poor sleep, as I was saying. It's hard to relax with low magnesium levels. Fatigue is also common, but that's common with CKD too. Now, magnesium deficiency also has consequences you are going to see in your tests. It causes hypertension, which means that for many people, taking magnesium decreases the need for antihypertensive pills. Another consequence of low magnesium level is high uric acid levels, which is often accompanied with inflammation. Low magnesium levels can cause both these conditions. In short, poor sleep, muscle problems, fatigue, hypertension, inflammation, and high uric acid levels can all be caused by low magnesium levels. Question: what foods contain magnesium? Since magnesium levels are so often low in those with CKD, adding foods that are rich in magnesium to your diet may be a valid strategy. Many of the foods rich in magnesium should be regular in a kidney diet. They're a great way to get plenty other important nutrients too actually. Some of the best include almonds. Almonds are an amazing superfood. They are a great source of magnesium and they are rich in healthy fats. Compared to other nuts, they are more alkaline, which is great to protect the kidneys. 1 ounce of almonds, around 25 grams, will give you about 80 milligrams of magnesium. Daily requirement for magnesium in adults is estimated to be 200 to 400 milligrams. Another food that can help you get there are Brazil nuts. 1 ounce of Brazil nuts contains a whopping 100 milligrams of magnesium. But don't eat 1 ounce of Brazil nut in a single day. You see, Brazil nuts are a rich source of many nutrients, especially the mineral selenium. This is a nutrient that has proven benefits. A recent study linked this mineral to a rapid increase in GFR and a decrease in creatinine. But be careful with Brazil nuts. You only want to eat 1 or 2 of these healthy nuts per day. Another great source of magnesium, chia seeds. almost as rich in magnesium as Brazil nuts, chia seeds are also a great source of omega-3's essential fatty acids that can really help. Chia seeds are also packed with antioxidants and vitamins and are great in a salad or in a smoothie. You can also find magnesium in oats. This is a really underestimated food with many benefits. Being whole grains, oats are really rich in a special type of dietary fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber is known to help gut health and to be beneficial for cholesterol levels and insulin sensitivity. Also consider spinach. While 1 cup or 30 grams of raw spinach has just 30 milligrams of magnesium, this food is still one of the best things you can add to your eating plan. Spinach are incredibly alkaline at the point that they protect you from excess acidity. And they are also an excellent source of iron and vitamin C, two of the most important nutrients for those with CKD. Now you may ask, if I start eating all these extra veggies and fruits, won't my potassium and phosphorus levels go up too much? While the answer to this question was considered obvious just a few years ago, today the guideline doctors and dietitians must follow has changed. Your nephrologist is not supposed to tell you to avoid potassium anymore. So if you are still avoiding potassium and phosphorus-rich foods such as banana, mango, flaxseed, and more, what is the best way to keep magnesium levels in the normal range? There are a dozen types of magnesium supplements you could take. There is magnesium sulfate, carbonate, oxide, citrate, and more. Not all of them will help, as I was saying. In fact, what a recent study on CKD patients found out is that supplementing magnesium carbonate or citrate won't raise serum magnesium levels. Researchers believe that magnesium oxide is the best option. In a study on hypertension in kidney disease, participants took between 240 and 960 milligrams of magnesium oxide each day to lower their blood pressure. The researchers found out that taking 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium supplements daily was the best dosage. So that's what science recommends taking for people with kidney issues. Taking magnesium with vitamin B6 has also shown to improve absorption significantly. Now, my advice as usual is to first get checked for serum levels if you want to supplement magnesium. You should be especially careful if you have a GFR below 20 or 30. Also, having too high level of magnesium has its cons. While it won't damage your kidneys, it may still be not something we want. In short, if you have kidney disease, high blood pressure, or diabetes, discuss the possibility of a magnesium deficiency with your doctor. Taking 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium oxide per day seems to be the best way of correcting a deficiency and lower your creatinine levels. Okay guys, as I was saying, the tips of today's video will help you in all the stages. If you want to learn more about what those with stage 4 or 5 can do to improve, my video up here is for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless. In this video, the banana and acacia creatinine lowering smoothie. Drink 1 cup every morning for 5 days to start seeing your creatinine levels drop. Catherine here. I've been helping people suffering from kidney problems for more than 10 years now. And today we will see how to start lowering your creatinine levels in just 5 days. We will try an amazing smoothie to protect the precious filters of the body. A vitamin that directly removes excess sugar with great benefit for everyone. And also a superfood that takes care of uric acid, one of the worst dangers, and more. If you start one of these habits every morning for 5 days, you will be able to see a result fast. Yes, achievements like reversing the decline of GFR have now been documented in literature. And for some CRF sufferers, all that it takes is just 1 good habit a day. Let's start with a smoothie specially formulated to directly lower your creatinine levels. How is this possible? Some of the foods in this smoothie have diuretic properties to help you flush out creatinine. Some others will directly absorb creatinine, protecting your precious filters. Let's make it now! Oh, What a beautiful smoothie! And I bet it tastes great also! Each part of this smoothie will help you, and nothing here is by chance. Wow. Starting with ginger. This is a superfood with some of the most helpful benefits. Ginger is mostly known for its anti-inflammatory benefits, and it can also relieve nausea that's often associated with CRF. It helps improving insulin resistance, and it also helps with fluid retention. Yes, this really is the best friend of your precious filters. This is why you want to make it a regular on your table. Let's add a 1-inch piece in the blender. You don't need to peel fresh ginger, just wash it. Next, sunflower seeds. Oh, now, sunflower seeds are not just a great source of fats essential in a smoothie, both for the taste and for slowing down carb absorption. These small seeds are the best source of probably the most underrated essential nutrient on earth, vitamin E. Vitamin E is a vitamin that you are not supposed to supplement as per today's guideline, and that's not the easiest to get in a way of eating that's suitable for CRF either. But there is a reason why you want more of this vitamin. A recent review of studies. Researchers found out that CRF sufferers with a high intake of vitamin E were able to significantly reduce their creatinine levels. Yes, these small seeds are not just very tasty, they're the best source you can find of this essential nutrient. Just 1 ounce or 30 grams of these seeds will give you a whopping 37% of all the vitamin E you need in a day. Sunflower seeds are also rich in magnesium, great to lower hypertension, and in a compound called chlorogenic acid, which has sugar-lowering properties. Now, some people will tell you to avoid seeds because they are rich in phosphorus. But they are wrong, says science. Studies found out that we absorb less than half the phosphorus from plant-based foods. This means that these seeds will only give you around 40 milligrams of phosphorus per portion of this smoothie. So don't worry about that. Up next, something you will see today in one of my smoothies for the first time ever.
Wow!
An unripe banana. Bananas are another one of those foods that were unfairly demonized for too long, but they are great for you, no doubt about it, especially when they are unripe. You see, while ripe bananas have a medium-high GI, unripe bananas contain more resistant starch instead of sugar. This resistant starch doesn't raise serum sugar levels and may, on the other hand, improve long-term insulin management. Yes, this will help you control your sugar levels. And what about potassium? Just like for phosphorus, the human body absorbs less than half the potassium in fruit and veggies. So one banana has around 400 milligrams of potassium, and we are going to use half for 2 servings. Should you be worried about 50 milligrams of extra potassium? Probably not, since current KDOQI guideline for those with CRF clearly states that potassium from foods doesn't actually raise serum potassium. Yes, it's funny how the human body works. And I know that for some people, knowing that the guideline for dietary potassium changed completely may be a bit of a shock. So if you want to know more, I made a full video about this topic. It's up here. Next here, celery. This is one of the foods with the highest nutrients to calories ratio in the world. Celery is very low calorie, but what you will find in abundance in celery are nutrients with exceptional properties. Some of the antioxidants and natural compounds in celery are so powerful they may have a significant positive impact on your well-being. Celery has long been used as a natural way to get rid of toxins. Today we know that thanks to a phytochemical known as phthalates, celery may act as a natural vasodilator and fight hypertension. Let's add 1 medium stalk to the blender. One special ingredient here, acacia fiber. This is not really a food, more of a supplement, but I really recommend you try adding this one. The reason is because acacia fiber alone can make a serious difference in all the stages of CRF, despite the cause of the issue. This 100% natural substance directly binds to creatinine and other uremic toxins in the intestine, preventing them from reaching the precious filters of the body. Acacia fiber is so effective in removing creatinine, it was used in 8 test subjects with ESRF who wanted to avoid being tied to a machine. Instead, they were given acacia fiber. It worked so well. Some of them were able to avoid the Big D machine for years. After that, more research showed that this natural substance can help in all the stages of CRF, so consider adding it to your regimen if you aren't using it already. More info about it in the description, by the way. Now, what I usually do with acacia fiber or other forms of soluble fiber is pre-mixing with a glass of water before adding it. So let's add 1 level tablespoon of acacia fiber to a glass of water and mix it well. Then let's add the contents of the glass to the blender and blend everything. Ooh. Let's taste it. Wow. I really like it. It's zesty, spicy, and good. Day 2, the anti-sugar vitamin. Okay guys, this was our first day. If we aim to significantly lower our creatinine levels in just 5 days, every day we need to tackle a serious issue in the most effective way. This is why, during the second day, we are going to take care of excess sugar, the #1 metabolic problems in the world. Excess sugar is one of the most dangerous toxins for our bodies. Everyone suffering from type 2 diabetes or T2D in short knows that very well. What not many people know is that there is a little known way to get rid of it. Recent study confirmed that there is one vitamin you can use to decrease the quantity of sugar the body absorbs at each meal. Now, this is way more important than people realize. Everyone knows that added sugar intake is linked to weight gain and T2D. But did you know that sugar is also one of the major causes of hypertension? Sugar directly leads to inflammation all over the body. It causes bad cholesterol levels to rise and directly damages many organs in the body. So to help solve this problem, the nutrient we can use is thiamine or vitamin B1. Now, thiamine is something people with CRF are usually recommended to supplement in small amounts. But when taken in a large amount, thiamine also seems to offer a little known property. Thiamine is so powerful in getting rid of extra sugar in the body, it can be used to protect you from the complications caused by T2D. Now, if we consider that kidney damage is a complication of T2D, you may easily understand why this nutrient is recommended. In one study, thiamine was used to completely reverse early CRF in people with T2D. Test subjects in this study who received thiamine for just 3 months saw a return to normal urinary albumin excretion. This means that their CRF actually regressed. Incredible! Researchers believe that one of the reasons why this works so well is the tendency in those with T2D to be deficient in this essential nutrient. Now, if you want to try thiamine for T2D, remember to keep your sugar levels monitored regularly. Third day, we are going to take care of uric acid now. Today, third day, we are going to take advantage of another little known way of improving our creatinine levels, removing excess uric acid. Most people don't know this, but there is one food that can easily get us rid of this dangerous score. Question: why should you be taking care of uric acid? Never underestimate the danger uric acid poses. Never underestimate the danger uric acid poses. This toxin can crystallize inside joints and organs, causing pain and even damage to our precious filters. 1 out of 10 people with CRF have gout, which is caused by uric acid, but many more than that have uric acid levels out of control. It's a common problem we want to take care of naturally. This is why during the 3rd day we are going to benefit from a very efficient way to get rid of excess uric acid in the body. This is turmeric. Turmeric is your best friend when it comes to fighting chronic form of pain. This superfood has shown incredible pain-relieving properties, and it's also a great way to fight the inflammation in the body. What not many people know about turmeric is that it can be a lifesaver when it comes to lowering uric acid levels. Yes, curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, can reduce uric acid levels. This is what several studies found out. Now guys, if you want to try turmeric as a way of improving GFR and decreasing uric acid, consider that you always need to pair it with black pepper. This is why my recommendation here is to try golden milk. More about this in my video up here. 4th day. During the 4th day, we are going to employ a simple strategy to help our body get rid of excess water and sodium. There is a vitamin with natural diuretic properties that will really help. This is crucial to lower our creatinine levels because it directly helps our precious filters to perform better. And remember that getting rid of excess water and sodium is really helpful in those with CRF. Sodium retention directly causes hypertension. Removing excess fluids also means directly improving the filtrating ability of the nephrons, which reflects on an improved GFR and lowered creatinine levels. So be prepared for a tip that will give you instant results, both in terms of getting rid of swelling and in lowering creatinine levels. Take magnesium and vitamin B6 in the evening. If you have CRF in any stage, getting enough B6 is key to help the body get rid of excess water and sodium. B6 is used by the body for hemoglobin formation, metabolism, brain function, and it also regulates fluid balance. Studies found evidence that increasing B6 intake may directly help reduce water retention. In people with CRF, B6 levels are often too low. This can directly cause fluid retention. This is why taking this vitamin may help lower your creatinine levels. You can easily increase your intake of this nutrient by eating more foods such as pistachio, quinoa, sunflower seeds, corn, and Brussels sprouts. If you don't eat these foods regularly, consider a supplement. Now, if you supplement B6, consider taking it in the evening at the same time as magnesium. In fact, studies show that taking magnesium together with vitamin B6 can relieve issues such as water retention and swelling in the legs. Also consider that magnesium deficiency is very common in people with CRF and can cause hypertension. Foods rich in magnesium include beans, tofu, almonds, and cashews. Now guys, if you want more info about how to fight swelling and sodium retention naturally, my video up here is for you. Day 5. Time now to start taking care of one of the biggest causes of high creatinine levels. Solving this issue alone may be enough for some people to completely reverse CRF. I'm talking about high body acidity or metabolic acidosis. Question: is lowering acidity really going to lower creatinine levels? For the general population, it is almost harmless to ingest huge amounts of acid-forming foods such as meat, cheese, processed grains, sweets, and soft drinks. But if you have renal problems, eating too many of these foods will cause your body acidity to raise, and that's very bad for you. It's a cause of serious damage to the nephron and glomeruli. This is why, according to medical literature, someone with CRF should intake way less acid-forming foods than the general population. But how is this going to lower your creatinine levels? In a very large study, when people with CRF started to replace acid-forming foods such as meat and dairy with alkaline-forming foods such as fruit and vegetables, a miracle happened. Yes, some CRF sufferers were able to hugely lower their creatinine levels just by eating more alkaline. Now, this is a big topic, but it's absolutely worth getting informed about it if you want to lower your creatinine levels. This is why I've made a full video about it. It's up here, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless.